This is the shower room, Grindley Brook Facilities. And you have to press that button every 7 minutes to keep it going, which is a bit mad, but, you know, first world problems. So, it's, the lock is temporarily broken. I'm whispering in case there's anyone outside. So you have a disabled toilet, which is great. You have a unisex toilet. Again, you know, brilliant, handy facilities. And just some kind of weird little table. And some books as well, which is great. You know, leave a couple of books for you to read. Can't imagine under what circumstances I'd be reading them, but, you know, who the hell knows when you're on a bloody boat. So, time to go outside. The lock here is temporarily bust. So, I'm just going to leave it ajar. Somebody told me that that's the current arrangement. So that's what I'm doing. And there's the outside view. And round the back, just there is a big bin and a little recycling bin. So, what you can see here is Grindley Brook locks. The staircase lock's just there. And guy with his dog over there, don't know what he's doing. Moored boats over there. And basically my idea here is to get back ASAP, because it is 4:25. Official sunset was at 4 o'clock. It's quite a rural little spot, this, so I feel there's very little danger of vandals. I think, you know, getting in and damaging stuff in the facilities. So that's not a problem for them. And it'll only be for a day or two. They'll get that fixed. So, I don't know why, but I'll leave the rear light on. Nobody's going to be overtaking me on a towpath, I don't think. So clever little solution number one is this amp 1100, supposedly 1100 lumens. I don't know if it is or not, but it's pretty decent. So that goes on the handlebar, clicks in, which is great. Point it down because you don't want it startling people. And I have a second torch that I wrap, a head torch. This thing doesn't last as long, but it is very bright. So a little bit of extra light for the muddy conditions. So between these two lights, I should have no problem, even on the sketchy muddy bit, which I know is further on. I should still be fine. And it'll probably go to full dark by the time I get down. So there's the bike. I think that's the A41 is somewhere over there. It's not far from Grindley Brook. Anyway, so let's go. There's some kind of a squeak, I think, in the bottom bracket on the bike, which is a bit, I would rather not happen. I mean, it's embarrassing for one thing, squeaking past everyone, but anyway, I might see if I can get some oil or get something in there. I have to sort that out. Hopefully nothing too major's going on in there. It's a decent enough sort of a bike, you know, biocycle boxer, but you know, it's £1,000 and really you're paying just for the electrification you're not going to get a quality bike electrified all for £1,000, not usually. So there's some compromises on this, and also I've left it out in the rain the last few nights. That will not have done it any good. So to a certain extent, whatever's squeaking is my fault. So we're going past the moored boats, and this is my friend Jimmy. Hi Jim, how's it going, mate? Did you get your engine sorted? Oh, no way. But at least it's on its way, mate, isn't it? You know what I mean? So don't, the best thing is don't panic. It's on its way, so, you'll get it sorted. You'll get it sorted. It might take a little bit longer, but you'll get it done. Yeah. I think I'm going to head down to Ellesmere tomorrow. Or towards Ellesmere. I'm going to spend a couple of days at Whitchurch. Yeah. So it might be by the time I get to Ellesmere, you won't be far behind me, I think. Yeah. No, I know you get bored, don't you, Jim? I know exactly what you mean. I stayed too long for the COVID booster jab and bits and bobs, but I'm itching to get going tomorrow. I can't wait to get going. But listen, mate, I'll see you in a little while anyway. You take care. And if there's anything I can help you with, whatever, I'm not far away. You give me a shout. I can't do engines, but you never know. All right, take care, Jim. Bye for now. Lovely guy, really nice fella, super helpful as well. Offered to sort out a couple of little 12-volt electrics glitches that I've got going on. Now you'll recognise this ride. This is a guy, do you know what, would you believe it, I've just been caught talking to myself again. A guy carrying some kind of a log or something in the field across the bloody canal, middle of nowhere, carrying a log, and he spots me talking to the camera. Is there no end to my embarrassment? These are the sacrifices I make for YouTube. Just, Anyway, yeah, so you remember this little cycle ride. This is one I took a week and a half, I don't know, a little while ago, while I was still waiting for the COVID booster, and to go to the shops. And as I moved the boat down in this direction last week, because I'd been up there for 2 weeks, and it's a 48-hour mooring, and I felt like you can't really stay, even in the winter, 2 weeks is your limit on the appropriate 48-hour mooring, so I kind of had to move. I don't think they'd have chased me, but you don't want to wait and find out, do you know what I mean? The fewer of those reminder emails you get, the better you are, I think. So what we've got is the same path, but this time in the dark. Well, I say the dark, obviously. Headlight and bike light. So I'm just going to repoint that bike light slightly so I can get a bit more from it. Amazing thing, honestly. When I was a lad and even a young commuter, these brighter, proper lights were only just sort of coming in to be a thing for cyclists. I used to commute 7 miles each way to work back in the 80s, late 80s, and there were a few bright lights starting to come out, but by and large it was nothing like this. You couldn't, you'd take your life in your hands, to be honest. There was probably something available. I'm being a bit extreme. There was probably some specialist thing available, I just didn't know about it. Some super light you could get, but You can get them for 30 quid now. And oh, shine a flaming light. Bloody tree root. Oh, flipping heck. Gotta be super careful. The thing is, right, you get the light on them, so you sort of see them, but you don't really see them, like, it's hard to explain. The full, you don't get kind of a 3D view because it just reflects light back, and there's so much leaf litter that it's hard to, spot it. It's like the tree roots are camouflaged, and the stones and rocks and things. But anyway, not the end of the world. Just go slow. Just go slow. No, it's getting towards full dark, but it's still not. And this, it's a 1 mile cycle ride, which it's bugger all, and it's an e-bike. So let's be honest about it. It's not like the voyage of Odysseus or something. But just to get a shower. I mean, there's a shower on the boat. There's a shower on most boats, but you're really stingy with the water, and it's really nice to get a proper, just keep the water running, really luxurious, long shower, instead of some kind of survival, prepper type shower. One of those guys would probably love it. Anyway, I don't want to get into anti-prepper rhetoric or whatever it is, ranting, because, who knows? Maybe they're right. I don't think they are. We don't know what's going to happen when the climate emergency really gets into its stride. All bets are off, I guess, at that stage, but to be a prepper at this stage is probably a tad premature, in my personal opinion. So, anyway, loads of preppers will be commenting rude things. You moron, they're all coming for us. No, that won't happen, because luckily nobody watches. So this was a very lonely little trip to the showers there. There's an Elsan point round the corner as well. I should have had it. See, there's been doing a kind of a boater guide thingy. It isn't really, obviously it's rubbish, but you know what I mean. If you're gonna give some info, give it all. I'm bobbing around and slipping, because what you can't see is, even though it didn't rain today, this is still as slippery as hell. Trying to do a muddy towpath. Thankfully it's not that muddy, as I say, it didn't rain today, so that's good. We're trying to do a muddy towpath, and that's the way, by the way, that's the way I went to the shops, across the swing bridge. Do you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing my bloody boat. Where's me damn boat? There it is. Moment of panic there. There she blows. I thought I was closer than that. God. Curse of being an idiot. With the memory of a goldfish. Right. So there she is. There's a boat further on. And I don't know whether you can hear it. You can't see, almost certainly. There's a boat moored further on. About 50 yards away. And he's got a generator running, so he's not relying on his engine. There's different ways that boaters sort out their electricity. Sometimes, they'll have generators, they'll run the engine, which is a thing I do,